1 second, y'all. Be right back. Piss break. Ah, my back. All right, everyone. fun. I appreciate those that came through while I was editing my videos, making more content. But now for the fun stuff, which is the game streaming part.
Visions of mana.
Retreat and recover. Y'all ran like cowards. You guys are big fat phonies. Big fat phonies. There we go. Doing the edits. Alrighty.
Let's rest up.
I gotta go this way. Who's this? Hill, what's good, brother? Hope you enjoyed my editing stream. I'm gonna get in the groove of doing that more often, if that makes sense. Go to the other one. Seems like that's the only real way I can make content is when I'm live. Good old Circle K. Stepped out and got a cheeseburger. Ain't nothing wrong with them Circle K burgers, for real, for real.
I cannot comprehend how the Delaphos we dealt with could possibly be the hero of legend. How
Shit,
did
I
it come
can.
to this? And why?
Gee whiz, enough with the questions. Why don't you ask him? Like I'm his keeper.
You see how annoyed he got? Gee whiz, enough with the questions. Why don't you ask him? Dude was rude. Like, little motherfucker, you're rude.
Let's ask Vuskov for a ride to Guju.
Time for a handy dandy fairy food.
Y'all, I want to test something. I'm going to make the chat box just a little bit smaller. There's just something I want to see. No, I'm going to leave it as is. I like it. Fuck it. I lied. Hey, what the hell? I gotta go the other way. You bastard. Oh.
At this point,
Hills, I hope you get better, brother.
Count on Karina's gold.
I know this weather has been all over the place and
But we
everything.
must not allow her to show
I know I would hate to be sick, so hope you get well real soon. Alright, here we go. Gotcha. I know you're not feeling too well, but do you plan on streaming at all today or no? I think you said you were on my last stream. Like I said, it was just I'm able to see the chat box better, so I'll be able to engage more.
They were nothing but hot air.
Gotcha. All right. Want to make sure I at least have you up on my MacBook and everything.
I think it goes dormant after the alm is appointed. Why? Aw, I really wanted to try and pluck it. Maybe pull on it a little. Gotcha. If it ever blooms again, you'll be the last to know.
Delafos was not someone to trifle with.
Yeah. This is the first time we've come across someone so powerful.
Remember that you don't have to face him alone.
Of course.
We're with you, Val.
You actually came to my IRL stream and it was just still showed support regardless, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You did a fine job.
A welcome find. The Dud Bears will love this. Show us the wonders, Commander. A welcome find.
You are always
Go forth.
to the very
Grow
end.
stronger with every battle.
There is so much I long to learn about heroes, benevodons, even the very way of the world. I do find it difficult to admit my academic shortcomings.
It's thanks to your studies that you were able to lead your people from such a young age. Those years you once wasted. You think for yourself.
Morin, thank you for your words of wisdom.
Moving. Keep them coming. Let's keep moving.
Look at that! Figured y'all had reached the mana tree by now. What happened to that seed you were gonna use to climb the cliffs?
Oh, we fixed that problem ages ago. You should see the size of the star.
Good to hear it. But you picked a heck of a time to be visiting Guju, let me tell you. A big feller with a sword to match showed up with Orin in tow. Things don't look good.
Orin's alive?
For now. But he doesn't stand a chance against Delafos.
He's trying his best by my account. They're up there now by Liza's resting place. If she gets hit by a stray attack, well, let's just say you better get up there as quick as you can. I don't want any harm to come to either of them.
I don't know how strong Orin is, but I doubt he's stronger than Delafos.
And there's Liza's statue to worry about as well.
Orin. Liza.
Ooh, didn't mean to do that.
Mana sword. I need it. I have to save Liza.
You are not worthy to be its master.
Oh no! Liza!
It's really hard for me to feel sorry for
Returned,
dude.
I see. The powers sealed within this land have returned to me. I have no more need of this place. Gareth, Avatar of Earth and Power, heed my summons. Destroy all that stands in your way, and live again!
Wouldn't it make more sense to say, live again and destroy all that's in your way?
Orin!
My best moment. I was too desperate, too selfish. Liza, I'm sorry. I only wanted to save you from all of this, but I failed. I wanted the power of the Mana Sword, so I could change this world. Val, I'm not asking for your forgiveness. Just remember the future we dreamed of. A world without sacrifices.
Orin?
You know, like, this your fault we in this predicament in the first place. It's hard for me to feel sorry for you.
Core stones? But I...
Just don't get too nosy. These kinds of people are usually pretty protective of their privacy.
Both of them. Core stones.
Just don't get too nosy.
Why do I always... Orin. Liza.
Gotta say, humans and the like are more tenacious than I thought. To go so far for the sake of others. Sproutlings are connected to our fellows in our environment, but I've never seen that kind of devotion in our tribe.
Orin may have been mistaken in the means of his undertaking,
Nah, fuck
but
that guy.
his vision for a world without alms was not without merit.
Nah,
Say
fuck
what
that
you
guy.
want, but I'm never gonna forgive him for what he did to Hina. I guess that things are never as cut and dried as you want them to be. And this coming from me, mind you. If we'd only been able to learn more about Orin's plan before all this. Well, no use crying over a spilt watering can. Now that we're here, it's basically up to us to figure out whether Orin had the right of it or not.
You think he was telling the truth? About the Mana Sword having the power to change the world?
Beats me. I've never held a sword in my life, let alone a legendary one.
Orin's gone, but I have so many questions. There has to be more to this than we know. What he did was wrong. I can't fault him for wanting to save someone.
I agree.
For now, let's go break the news to Watts about Liza and Orin. I promise, Orin. I'll remember, and I'll consider the vision you sacrificed yourself for.
Did you find Orin? By the looks on your faces, I'm guessing.
Sorry. We were too late to save him. Or Liza.
Not your fault or responsibility. You tried your best, and I'm grateful for that. All I want to know is where that sword-wielded scum came from in the first place.
His name's Delafos, an ancient hero of legend.
What now?
There's trouble a brewing. The Benevodon's loose. We better hightail it out of here pronto.
Benevodon? It can't be! Not one of them legendary beasts!
Yep, Gareth the Benevodon of Earth was sealed in these parts for thousands of years. Now that he's free, we're in for a bumpy ride.
We can't let Watts' home be destroyed. This village was special to Liza, and Orin too. We have to fight, everyone. Are you with me?
I mean, sure, if you think we're up to fighting an all-powerful primordial monster.
Right now, there's nobody else who can.
Y'all are willing to fight the Benevodon for us?
We have to try. Do you know where we can find Gareth?
I spotted the Benevodon deep in the Zawak Desert near an abandoned boat from bygone days. It's called the Diluc.
A boat in the sand. Well, it'll give us a foothold in the shifting terrain, at least.
With the seal broken and my powers being what they are, I'm easy pickings for a Benevodon. I know I've asked you for a lot already, but I'm begging you. Please save Guju one more time.
We will. Let's head straight to the dialogue.
Perfect.
Benevodons might be too much for us, but we have to protect Guju. Let's go. After what Orin did and what he suffered, I don't know how I feel about him anymore. Sadness? Anger? What I do know is that he didn't deserve to be cut down like that.
It's so frustrating. I want to be mad, but my anger's mixed up in so many other emotions.
Maybe if we'd met earlier, things would have been different.
My impression of Orin was not favorable, even at the end. But I assume that Val holds many more memories of the man than I.
They were acquainted before I joined the pilgrimage. Now it's dealing with a lack of closure for the emotions Orin left behind.
Nevedon. The name makes it sound like some colossus.
I fear you are not far from the truth. It may be the biggest and most fearsome monster yet.
What if it's so big we can't even see the whole thing? Then what do we do? My guess is that's the boat we're looking for, the Dilo.
And that's where we'll find the Benevodon. Get ready for...
We made it to the Dilo.
There is nothing that seems as sinister as a Benevodon here.
Should we board and take a look?
How? Can Ramco give us a lift? Ramco's still a baby. She can't carry us all.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
One way to board. There's nothing here.
Oh no. Something is here, right? And it's a Benevodon. Gareth is coming! Take cover!
How do I shoot? Shortcuts. shit.
You forced my hand.
Got you, got you. Thanks for coming back. Bum 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 bum.
We won, but
Defeating them won't make them disappear. The Benevodons are part of nature, aspects of the elements. What's this? Huh?
Oh my. Do you suppose this light could be the Lumina Lantern? One of the elemental vessels?
How did it turn up here of all places?
The legends say the heroes sailed the world defeating Benevodons in each empire. This craft and its contents are most likely a relic from that era. The goddess bequeathed the vessels unto her champion in order to aid him on his mission to seal the monsters.
that makes it sound like the hero and goddess were on good terms back then, considering her gifts.
Something must have happened that turned him against the mana goddess. Delophos used the dialect to seal away the Benevodon's original. His loss is our gain. If he wants to throw away his elemental vessels, then I say we call dibs on him. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Finders keepers, losers weepers. He's not lying. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Now what do we do? Even if we wanted to get Hina's core stone back, we don't know where Delophos went.
If he's going around waking up sleeping Benevodons, maybe we can head him off. Ambush him?
The Benevodons seem to be sealed near the homelands of the Alms. There are 7 monsters left, so...
If you will permit a proposal, I know of someone stationed in the Lagrazzo Dark Archives who may be able to assist us. He is the most intelligent of all the students and scholars on the island. His name is Aish, head curator of Lagrazzo.
The Dark Archives sound promising. We might even be in time to meet up with the newly appointed Alm of Darkness.
Thanks, Palomina. Lagrazzo is as good a place to start as any.
The Dark Archives are on the southern end of the Trinia continent, on Brazzo Island.
Sounds like we gotta give Vuskov another call. The northern coast should be a good place to pick out a tune on the fairy flute. I almost forgot about the Alms of Light and Darkness. Have they finally been appointed?
Usually they would have made it to the capital by this point in the pilgrimage, but
Nothing about this journey has been following the norms.
It's okay, Clementine. You can pet her.
It's troubling.
Well, the people at Lagrazzo will probably know something. Yes!
Tell us more about the head curator, Palomina.
Aish is a very scholarly specimen. I have met none so knowledgeable on as many subjects as him as my teacher. He took great care of me when I visited the archives.
A teacher, then. I look forward to meeting him.
You're gonna end up hating, good buddy.
Lagrazzo has the Dark Archives, which means there are lots of books there, right?
More than I have ever witnessed around the world. They say all knowledge is housed in its halls.
I hope we find more information about all this. It's so gloomy here. Feels like we're gonna get jumped by a ghost or something.
Could you not, Val?
It is not as grim as all that, I assure you. Brazzo Islet is known for its rolling fog. Not to worry, we will get acclimated to it accordingly.
Is that a menacing shadow I see in the mist?
Jolay, please.
Creepy spooks and frightened mooks.
Is that necessary?
The name does this place justice. It sure is dark. Where should we look for Aish? I guess in town is as good a place to start as any. Yes! Taking this. Got some syrup. Grizzly!
My horizons have broadened.
Taking this. Pamail. Welcome back to the archives. Who are you?
Please, remain calm. I am pleased to see you in good spirits as always, Master Aish.
Quite. After the appointment of the new Alm of Water, we received word from Niccolo that the party had to set off without the rest of the alms. As you may have surmised, the Alm of Darkness has not yet been named. I believe you all made the correct decision. That is, if I am indeed addressing the Alms and Soul Guard, I am Aish, head curator of these archives. I am honored to make your acquaintances. If it were not for the presence of your companion here, I might have remained in the stacks and missed your arrival completely.
Did you call her Pamail earlier? What is that, a nickname?
Oh, I assumed her fellow alms would be familiar with her alias. Palomina prefers to go by Pamail when visiting Legrazzo incognito.
Oh, you mean when you wear that outfit that fools no one?
Unfortunately, yes.
Nonsense. Your disguise fooled the majority of the scholars who live here. They were indubitably convinced of your humble origins.
You are too kind, but the affirmation is appreciated.
Well, if you two are friends, that makes this quicker. Can you help us find a way to deal with Delphos?
Delphos? Interesting. I did not expect to hear the name of such an ancient hero spoken under these circumstances. Tell me more. An unsettling predicament you find yourselves in, to be sure. Much as I would love to analyze your encounter in detail, I do not think we are afforded the luxury of time. We must now turn our attentions toward a way to successfully oppose Delphos.
Great! Less small talk and more problem solving.
Forgive my directness, but are you perchance a sproutling? Your garb and stature seem to suggest so.
Could be. Who's asking?
This is the first time I've observed a sproutling up close. Our resources on the subject are limited. Might I convince you to submit a few tissue samples for further study?
I'm kind of busy with this whole Delphos problem. Maybe later?
I will take you up on that.
Whoa there, buddy.
Circling back to our previous discussion, I believe your best chance against Delphos would be to set a trap meant to inflict harm and sap his power. Unfortunately, the creation of such things has long since been deemed dangerous, and knowledge thereof banned from general consumption.
Makes sense to outlaw things that hurt people.
You will find that it has taken quite some time for humanity to reach that same conclusion, I fear. Arvid's War comes to mind, the single longest and deadliest conflict in our history. The seemingly endless fighting only ceased when the Benevodon presence made itself known. The combat records of the time we have on file state that the Benevodon's anger itself was incited by the wanton consumption of mana power by the people of the world.
Oh, I get it. The scholars wanted to keep people from causing another war, so they banned the study of their most dangerous techniques.
As you say. But I digress. So goes the tale of how the legendary hero traversed the world, sealing away the Benevodons in each of the lands, as we currently understand it. Even here in Legrazzo, we house a defeated Benevodon on the top tier of the Passagian Tome Spire, the Benevodon of Darkness, Zabelfar. After the monsters were sealed away, whispers of curses swept through the lands, warnings of prophetic disaster should the Benevodons awaken. Darkness will deepen, breeding monsters in its wake. As foretold, the Tome Spire now teems with fearsome enemies. The forbidden scripture you now seek rests in the middle of their nest, inaccessible to all who value their lives.
But what are we gonna do?
We must beat Delphos at his own game, of course. Fear not. I will see you to the Passagian Tome Spire myself.
Did Ace just say he was coming with us? Into a den of monsters?
Can't be. He must mean to see us to the entrance.
Man, it's cold as fuck this morning. You right.
Aish
The
is
weather really can't make up its
certainly
mind, can it?
interesting, but he does seem to want to help us get to the Tone Spire at least.
We've restocked the stores of ink, but according to my notes, I am afraid that the structural support for the building must be replaced as well.
Already? How time flies. Since we replaced the posts on the same schedule as the alms pilgrimage, without the fairy's arrival to remind us this year, we must have completely forgotten.
That's how you're propping up this place? Given the state of the architecture in Lagrazzo, I shouldn't be surprised. It's a little crooked.
How quick you are to judge. Every minute detail of these halls has been measured thoroughly for structural integrity. As such, even the slightest bit of negligence in the upkeep will cause the complete collapse of the building.
Then what are you doing? Get a replacement now!
The apprentice scribe was meant to acquire a suitable reinforcement, I believe. You should ask him. More importantly, am I in the presence of this year's convoy of alms?
Yes, indeed. Though they are currently lacking an alm of fire, the rest of them represent the alms of wind, the moon, water, and wood.
Fascinating. An alm of the moon has not been designated for at least 16 years. We've sent several scribes to Aetern in the past to document the changes since its destruction.
I think those two got distracted.
What are we supposed to do about the building?
Honestly, I care more about Aisha's promise to show us to the Tome Spire.
You can't just let the building fall. I'll go ask the apprentice for starters.
We will accompany Aish, so as to attempt to extricate him from that animated exchange as soon as possible.
Correct. We get to babysit the head curator of the Dark Archives.
Okay, if I were an apprentice scribe, where would I be? In the archives, I guess. Taking this? Excuse me, I'm supposed to ask you about a structural support for the courtyard? Can you help?
Support? I don't know if we have any replacements stored away.
Hang on, aren't you the one in charge of getting new ones?
I wasn't given any official requisition notice from management. Restocking these things takes time. I keep trying to tell them. Though, it is the scheduled maintenance period for the courtyard. The entire building could fall and crush the documents we have on file. There's a record of just such a tragedy in the past. A large number of tomes and the scholars in charge of them went missing after a freak accident. They were caught up in...
Oh no, I can't waste any more time. Forget about the history lesson. What can I do to help now?
Well, if you can find an object of equivalent length, I'm sure that will work. There has to be something here in the archives. Let's see here. The courtyard structure needs a post exactly 68.1 centimeters long. Thank you for taking the trouble to assist us. We hardly ever see such friendly visitors in Lagrazzo.
Friendly, huh? You don't have a lot of helpful neighbors here?
A hazard of Lagrazzo's locale. This gloomy place doesn't lend itself to cheerful company, I'm afraid. I suppose a soul guard from Tiania such as yourself may be predisposed to helping people. Is it one of the criteria from which they decide who to send with the alms? Or maybe...
Not another long-winded tangent. I don't have time. Hold that thought. Gotta take care of a few things. Right, so If I were a building support, where would I be? Guess it's back to the archives I go. Yes! Hey, mind if I take a look at your broom?
Oh ho! I see that you too are a connoisseur of sweeping implements. This broom here is over 400 years old, a favorite of one of the more famous alms of darkness.
Wow! How is something so old in such good condition?
Can't you guess? Not a single one of us scholars cares a whit for cleaning. Oh, we have not touched the broom for centuries.
So it's a decoration? Well, I'd love to get some use out of the thing, but it's too long.
A pity. It is a marvelous instrument.
Then maybe you should, you know, tidy up? Taking this?
Vagina. Alrighty.
Yes!
Which way?
Taking this?
Oh.
Yes!
Which way? God damn. Damn it.
Taking this?
Which way? Oh, hell.
new face? Splendid! Me? Why, I'm Bon Voyage, legendary inventor and eccentric genius. And this is my fork of unusual size. A giant's fork.
A what?
A giant! Large, hulking, humanoid monsters, you know? You do know, don't you?
From storybooks like the ones that Hina used to read, but not as guests at the dinner table. I didn't think they'd need forks.
This is proof of the existence of giants. Or it might be an oversized tribute to the goddess. Or a fluke manufacturing accident. Whatever it is, it has great historical value.
I didn't realize it was such an important fork. Too bad, since it's the length we're looking for to shore up the building.
Why didn't you say so? It's yours.
But I can't use something of great historical value as a support post.
Never sacrifice them now for the sake of the past. What matters is providing for the future. Wouldn't you agree?
When you put it that way. Okay, I'll try it. All right, now to take this back to Aish.
What I use. This is what.
Finally! This should be the perfect size. Now to take it back to Aish. If he's finished with his conversation, that is. She asking.
My word, sproutlings are like nothing I've ever seen before. There is so much we could learn, so much we could study.
You said you're of a very advanced age, correct? The regenerative plant-like properties in your genetic makeup might have something to do with it. Or perhaps...
Oh, you're back! Finally!
Sorry, it took a while to find something usable.
The diminutive nature of sproutlings might be an evolutionary means to conserve energy within a small frame, according to a treatise I read last year.
Val, you have the replacement, right? Tell me you found something.
It's not exactly what we wanted, but I found a giant's fork that could fit the bill.
Oh, yes, the support. I nearly forgot about it yet again.
Do you mind? We were chronicling our newest discoveries on the growth cycles of sproutlings.
Keeping your city from crumbling is more important.
I suppose we might as well replace the support post now before we become even more distracted. Let's see. A fine post, I must say. Make a note to replace this again exactly 1,460 days from now.
Val, in acknowledgement of your services to the archives, I would like to present you with the old support.
Thanks, but we don't need your leftover junk.
Goodness! I believe this item would be better identified as the elemental vessel, Shade Sight.
How fortunate! It appears that luck is on your side, Val.
They used an elemental vessel to prop up a structure?
We use the tools at our disposal to fix problems as they arise. But I digress. We are finished here, if I am not mistaken. Let us make our way to the Tome Spire, as promised.
I doubt that Aish and I will ever see eye to eye.
How do you manage to keep up with someone like Aish, Palomina?
We have been friends since our youth, and fellowship begets forgiveness. He has not changed.
So, you've known each other for a long time, then?
So, that's one more elemental vessel for us. Let's see what else Aish has to show us. Sounds like we
Cheers.
all had a good time with this little adventure. Better gear up and make sure I'm ready to take on the Passagean Tome Spire. Yes! Got some syrup. Grizzly! Taking this. Yes!
The Tome Spire was built by the Grand Archivist, Passagean. Stored within its depths is the forbidden book we seek. Passagean is said to have tamed the malevolent monsters in Noah, employing it to protect his collection of knowledge, including that tome. But before I digress further, let us go forth.
Say what now? Together? Didn't you say there were monsters in there?
I am aware of the dangers. Are you the sort that would leave a colleague behind? Or do I not count as a colleague, as I am not one of the alms you are charged with protecting? My safety is irrelevant to your current objective.
He's worried about your safety, and that's why he wants you to stay here. Don't assume Val's indifferent like you.
Aha! I believe I have a solution. From now on, you may consider me a friend. Surely the bonds of friendship are reason enough to bring me with the rest of the group. Now that that is settled, shall we climb the spire?
The nerve of some people. You can't just come and declare yourself someone's friend. It's gotta be a mutual thing.
My companions, calm yourselves. Aish is also an accomplished magic user. He will not slow our stride.
Palomina, I know you like the guy, but...
Keep in mind that he cannot be dissuaded once he has made a decision.
never seen so many books.
Oh, the Grand Archivist Passagian recorded every single bit of knowledge he possessed. He preserved it all here in the Tome Spire, so that his wisdom might endure beyond his lifespan. Oh, a scholar's dream.
Every one of these books is full of stuff this Passagian guy just knew? There are more texts here than someone can read in a lifetime.
I don't know. I bet I could get through these while keeping watch over the burrow.
And how long were you intending to do that, Jule?
Gracious, I was almost entirely swept away. But we have a mission to complete. Avoid what skirmishes you can, and keep an eye out for the Forbidden Tome.
What is up with this place? The bookshelves move on. Their own?
Passagian's mastery of the magical arts knows no bounds. He devised an entire structure to protect his knowledge, and to this very day, it...
Oh no! Looks like Ace is falling behind!
Taking this?
I will take over.
Time to get to work.
What is going on? Why does this area look so warped? I can't tell up from down.
Oh, marvelous! I do so enjoy the experience of stasis flux, though I have only been in here once before. There are many theories, but we have no concrete proof of what causes this distortion. Mayhap I will solve the mystery one day. It could be linked to instability in the flow of mana power, or perhaps a byproduct of benevodonal interference, or even a trap laid by Passagian himself.
Great, we got it. Time to move on.
Morley, can I ask, what does digress mean?
Aish tends to say that it's going on. To digress means to deviate from the original thought. So, when Aish is digressing, he's talking about other subjects.
Is that so? Well, in that case, basically everything H says seems like digressing.
This construct becomes curiouser and curiouser the further we progress.
Aish doesn't seem bothered by it, but the whole place is strange.
I must make a point to mention these phenomena to Aish at a later time.
I hope he has answers for me. Nice, got it. I'll be taking this.
further development.
It's good to see you and Julie getting along, Karina.
I'll be taking this. Don't mind if I do.
An easy victory. Karina, is your companion by any chance one of the legendary sacred beasts?
Is this the first time you noticed Ramco was here?
Apologies for the late introduction. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ramco.
When I say you might want
Here's hoping for good fortune.
Boy, bitch, you booted? What?
This is your end. Good riddance.
How do you even know booty could do?
They weren't so tough.
A fine opportunity to rest. Nice. Got it.
We have arrived. The book we need should be in here. The disaster prophesized for this region may have something to do with the presence of monsters in the Tome Spire. But how inspired is it for Passagian to have utilized such misfortune for his own purposes? Zenoa is a sight to behold.
Now is not the time for observation. It's time for action.
Purposefully putting monsters in his place is a bit extreme.
I don't think this monster will go easy on us.
Shame that we must dispense with such an intriguing subject.
Getting weaker?
Master Amos, we have finished with this monster. Have you?
Oh, yes. I have recorded all the relevant data. Feel free to feed.
That calls for the elemental
Elemental catapult.
No, I'm getting dizzy.
Oh my. Spinning room? Incredible. interesting. Yes. After extracting the requisite essence from the components, the saturation level should be... Yes! I had not even begun to think of that technique. Passagian was truly a genius.
Once the substance is soluble, we will have the compound, correct?
Indubitably. Then finally the crystallization. It's all right here. The key to our success. The methodology is flawless, but the information is outdated. I believe with some adjustments to the necessary ingredients...
I see. It should be possible to procure these provisions.
Should we be having this conversation in a monster nest?
Careful, Morley. One might say you sound jealous if they didn't know better.
I'm not jealous. Let them talk about weird science experiments all day for all I care.
Fine, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Eureka! I believe I have struck upon a method to weaken Delaphos. But first I must consult with Bon Voyage. While I discuss the finer details with him, you must gather the ingredients necessary for the elixir.
Ingredients? What ingredients?
I must be off. Palomina, explain it to them.
And there he goes.
Do not worry. I know what elements are essential to the execution of this endeavor. Shall we? There are 3 ingredients that Aish would like us to acquire. First, the croak of a frog. Next, a striped egg, only laid once every 1,000 years. Finally, the fur of a chatty cat.
That's a tall order. Where do we find all that?
Didn't Aish and that other guy talk about all this junk earlier? You know, when Val was looking for the support ghost.
Right. I did hear some mention of stuff like that. And I wasn't tuning out the conversation, at least.
I think we'll be able to find all of it right here in La Grazzo.
Aish ordered us around, then hightailed it out of here. Though I guess we are the ones asking for the favor in the first place.
Palomina, I had a question for you. How would you describe your relationship with Aish?
Do forgive me for forcing you all to toil at the behest of my associate, and with hardly a hello from Aish himself. I suppose that I consider him my trusted tutor. I quite admire his capacity for learning and his passion for attaining knowledge. At times, Aish comports himself like a mature intellectual, and at others, I confess, I consider him like a brother brimming with curiosity. But perhaps what I most appreciate is that even after my ascension to the throne, Aish treated me the same as always. Yes, he is a close companion of mine.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that.
Morley, you should have asked to talk to her in private or something. Give yourself some alone time, you know? Your plight has stirred the muse within me. I think I'll write a song about you. Don't worry, I'll perform it for you first.
What are you two going on about?
Please accept my apologies for any affront that Aish may have afforded. I should have warned everyone about his abrasive nature.
There you go again, acting like the big sister. Come on, everyone, let's hop to it. If we split up, I bet we can find all these ingredients in no time. That's 3 ingredients we need for the elixir. We should be able to find them in the area. Better start looking.
Wait, what the hell?
Taking this. Oh no, it's getting away! Helmina, Morley, the frog's croak is coming right at you! Heads up!
Pardon me. I am sorry for that incidental imposition.
Oh, no, no. I should apologize.
Morley and Palomina's faces were bright red. I hope they didn't catch anything.
It's fine, Francine. I'm sure you were mistaken. No, I'm not. I'm sure I saw a ghost. You just weren't paying enough attention. I was so. I think what you saw was probably just a scholar from the archives hidden by the fog. Quit being such a scaredy cat, Francine.
It's the Merchant Sisters again. They show up in the weirdest places.
They have to go where the customers are, don't they? Though it doesn't look like they're selling anything at the moment. Let's see how chatty we can entice these kitties to get. How can you be worrying about ghosts when there's a whole new market to explore? Remember, Father would be disappointed if we gave up because of silly ghoulies. Easy for Mewtwo to say. Scaredy, scaredy kitty cat. Did somebody order some chatty cat's fur?
Thanks, Julie. Note to self. Take a look at the Merchant Sisters' wares later to make up for that runaround.
Oh, like we're. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, don't give me any trouble!
Oh.
Oh, no,
Gotcha.
get it off me!
Oh, okay.
Karina, wait! Don't move!
Uh-huh.
Nothing. Oh, gotcha. I know.
Okay. The fur of a chatty cat. The crow
Donald
frog,
Trump, Jesus.
striped
What type of name? It is a good time to be alive.
All that remains is to return the required items to Von Voyage.
So where is this Von Boy Who's It?
Oh, I remember. Von Voyage is the person who gave me the Giant's Fork. Let's go talk to him. Time to pay Von Voyage a visit and drop off these ingredients. Here's hoping this does the trick and helps us weaken Delaphos. Sorry to intrude, Von Voyage. We've, got a request to ask of you, I guess?
Took your time, didn't you? Aish already told me all about what you fellas are up to. I have finished the necessary preparations, so leave it to me. I know the fastest, neatest, and bestest method. Remember, use my inventions at your own risk. What good is genius without a bit of danger? Come, pass the components for the torpedo to me. Oh, that's what I named it. Clever, don't you think? I see you have all three. Now, it's my turn. This little beauty will solve all your problems. And if it doesn't, no returns or refunds. There! That's one completed torpedo for you.
I can finally get Hina's core stone back.
You know, inventing is full of trial and error, but that doesn't mean making mistakes is a waste of your time. A mountain of past failures is a testament to your conviction. You learn from it and move forward. It's easy to abandon your efforts and stop trying. What's hard is continuing to do what's necessary for you and yours. So don't give up.
That torpedo looks dangerous. Hopefully it's enough. I better get it to Aish soon.
Congratulations on your success. You took your time completing the experiment, but better late than never. I suppose.
Well, sorry.
Please give me the Corpedo. Yes, quite intricate. A prime example of Von Voyage's handiwork.
So, what do we do with it?
Delafos' power is sealed away together with the Benevodon at the top tier of the Tome Spire. That is where he will appear, so that is where we must head him off. With Corpedo in hand, we will lie in wait until Delafos arrives. We then use our secret weapon before he has a chance to revive the Benevodon. Having reviewed your fighting capabilities thus far, I believe you will have no issue ensuring that the man comes into contact with the Corpedo.
What's supposed to happen when Delafos touches it?
Upon contact, the device will disperse a toxic deluge. Though it will not kill him, the pain should be at an untenable level, slowing his advance.
Golly, that does sound dangerous enough to qualify as banned knowledge.
Indeed. Why, that ancient text described the original Corpedo as capable of destroying an entire battalion in minutes.
Whoa! Be careful with that thing!
Yeah, no kidding.
Thank you, on behalf of the Alms, for all your assistance, Master Aish. We are in your debt.
Wait until after the mission is deemed a success before you thank me. The Corpedo may not even work. However, time is of the essence. Let us make haste to the top of the Tome Spire before Delafos beats us to it.
What? Already?
Would you rather wait? Every moment we waste is an opportunity for Delafos to regain his power. Now is the time to strike. No, it can't be. Delafos? Here? You were supposed to go for the Benevodon.
More bumbling attempts to interfere, I see.
I had not calculated for this. Stay back!
You would dare.
He's just getting... The way that dude just got thrown, what the hell?
Cerulia. My heart. My Cerulia. I will never surrender! Cursed goddess. How long must you make me suffer?
Delafos. You were once lauded as a hero among men. You received the favor of the goddess of mana, wielded her weapon against the monster menaces, and saved the world. Why oppose her now? Please tell us, what is it that you wish to gain? What could the annihilation of the goddess of mana possibly accomplish?
I do not answer to pests like you!
He got away. Hina, I'm sorry.
Delafos was meant to head for the Tome Spire. I had it all planned out to the minutest of details, and yet...
Don't look now, but Delafos already woke up the Benevodon of Darkness.
I know this wasn't the plan, but we gotta go to the Passagean Tome Spire now.
Please! Wait. Take me with you. Please.
What? Did you think we'd leave you behind?
No, but if you refused, I would stay.
So now you're willing to listen to reason. Did that fight knock some sense into you?
I don't know. Apparently, I know nothing. I have accumulated knowledge from all corners of the world. Yet I do not understand this feeling. But I think you are the key.
Thoughts?
It's okay. You can come with us, Aish. You're our friend, right?
Yes. Friend. Thank you.
There you have it, Master Aish.
Dilifo still has enough power to unleash a Benevodon after that? Let's rest up.
In the past, when I first attempted to enter the Passagean Tomespire, I found myself overwhelmed by the monsters within. After you arrived, I assumed this was the perfect chance to try again. With the Soul Guard and Alms protecting me, I would be free to search the Spire to my heart's content. I called you friends, not out of feeling, but to gain unfettered access to the knowledge within these walls. I used your kindness. But now that I stand here, on the eve of battle with a Benevodon, I find that I want to prove myself useful. I am not here for books. I am here to help my colleagues. It took me this long to realize it.
Hard to believe that arrogant scholar from before has made such progress.
Arrogant? Come now. I would say discourteous at worst.
I am so glad to see you both getting along. Friends must fight a common foe, not their fellows.
Yep, we're all one big happy family now. Come on, Val, Julie. Let's leave them to it.
Yes, sirree. That is the aura of a Benevodon if I ever felt one.
Does the Benevodon of Darkness actually make things darker? I can't see a thing.
We don't know where it might be hiding. Be on your guards.
You have some pep in your step, Paladina. Is it about Morley and Aish?
Precisely. I am relieved to see their association take a more amiable turn.
That's amiable? I guess anything is better than where they were at before.
Val, allow me to congratulate you on that stirring display of martial aptitude.
You mean against Dilifos? I barely need a scratch, but you are being help.
Please, I am happy to have made a difference at all.
I think I'm kinda nervous carrying around so much lucre on my person.
wasn't enough to take down Delafos.
As expected, a hero of legend can withstand more than most.
He uses his hatred of the goddess to fuel his power. What a sad source of motivation. Moving.
I'm kind of nervous carrying around so much lucre on my person.
You seem to enjoy taking jabs at others, Ace. Like to see people squirm. Is that it?
Squirm? Hardly. I have no firm opinion about purposefully annoying people for the sake of it. Though I do find conversations with Morley particularly entertaining.
Aha! So you are trying to stir up trouble. Do that.
Would Delafos be close to where the Benevodon was sealed?
Hard to say. He might not even be in the archives anymore.
But then, what am I gonna do about my promise to Hina? Gotta keep moving forward either way. Now's not the time to give up.
Understood.
I'm kind of nervous carrying around so much lucre on my person.
I'm sorry you had to see her. He said, I'm sorry you had to see her. Yeah. Oh, my leg.
Collect ourselves before we set off.
arrived at the top tier of the spire.
Okay, so where's the Benevodon? All I see is a lot of nothing.
Strange. This area looks different from the archival descriptions I've read. See that large stone tablet over there? If I remember correctly, and I do, there was no mention of this being broken.
Maybe the Benevodon broke it after it was set free?
The rooms on the left and right seem to have something to do with this.
As with the entirety of the archives, this tome spire is governed by the powers of the elemental of darkness.
Oh, hell, I appreciate you, bro.
Some use to us?
I know you're sick and everything, so the fact you even left my stream up means a lot, man. Bro, do your thing, man. Whether you pop in for 60 seconds or the whole hour or however long I'm streaming, it means a lot. I know you support me, bro. I appreciate it. And I hope you know I support you as well in your streams. So, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh no, I never made it this far into the tome spire. I shudder to think of what
I'm at full strength.
Look at that stone thingy go!
Now we just gotta do the same to the other one. Let's give it a try.
Hey Ash, what's good, bro? Thank you for pulling up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, of course. You want to know something I kind of hate? I didn't realize this, but did you know when you have copyright strikes on your live or any video that you post, you don't get credit for those watch hours until after you get rid of all the copyright strikes. I don't know if I had said it before, but there was this one live I did when I was in Florida. It was when I was at the gym, but I had got 10,000 views and like X amount of watch hours. I think it was like 200 watch hours. And this was before I made YouTube Partner Program. But make a long story short, I didn't know this, but until you get like delete all those copyright strikes or copyright infringements, you will not get credit for that live, if that makes sense. I was like, man, that's tough. Like, do you know what 10,000 views would do for me right now? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, so the only reason I look back on it is because the amount of copyright strikes I got from Life is Strange. So when I went back and started editing all the videos and muting the sessions and all that other shit, when I found out that I still had copyright, like it didn't even tell me on my YouTube studio 10,000 views, 200 watch hours. But again, until all those copyright strikes are gone, you don't get credit for it.
Benevodon of darkness.
I was like,
damn. I presume.
Seekers of wisdom.
You know what 10,000 views on a live right now would do for me, y'all? I'm just saying.
Quite a sinister silhouette. So this is Zabelthar.
They like to make an entrance.
The Benevodon is sure to be no match for this convoy.
We're too far away!
The vessel of darkness may provide some insight if you use it to the wall of the world. This is the Benevodon's true form. Prepare yourselves.
Shall we look to the Lumina Lantern?
Oh no, so the reason why I don't do that, so believe it or not, I've always been a content creator, if that makes sense. I was more prone to making just, you know, videos on Instagram before I became a streamer or a gamer. So just to clarify, I didn't start game streaming / live streaming until about 2 years going on 3 years. But content creating, like, I first started content creating on YouTube, well, my bad, on Instagram for about almost 7-8 years. So like on Instagram, I'm a fitness influencer before anything else. So what about gym setup? What do you mean? So my bad, yeah, so my, yeah, there's this one reel on Instagram. I got 19 million views for it. And that's why I kind of stopped taking Instagram seriously and promoting myself on Instagram, because I had got 19 million views and all that other stuff, but I didn't see any form of payout on it. And that's when I learned it was like, okay, damn, you need to have like 10,000 you need to have like 10,000 followers, and you need to have a brand. That's another reason why I converted over to YouTube, if that makes sense. But I was still a content creator at a time. Like I said, I've only been a competent streamer 2.5 years, if that makes sense. So I'll say this, not to down any other platform. I've seen more of a return on YouTube than any other platform. Facebook is a little, all your friends and family on it, they don't really support you like that on Facebook. Instagram, their algorithm is fixed. I couldn't make it on TikTok, but I don't know, man. I seem to be doing good with YouTube, so.
However, through these recent experiences,
yeah.
You have known ignorance.
Like I said, I've always been a content creator, but like I said, I'm still learning in the realm of streaming, if that makes sense.
I am sorry it took so long to appoint you. Shade just couldn't make up his mind until the very end.
These decisions are made with much deliberation, discovering truth within the darkness of doubt. I am not immune to.
He said I like YouTube best. Yeah. Like I feel like YouTube, man, they.
See that you fulfill
and
your duty as my own.
What YouTube has, what's so crazy about YouTube? Regardless of how I may feel about their algorithm and how they push and promote people, YouTube has been around for the longest, and yet you could, depending on who you are and how you attract your audience, I'm going to go ahead and say this, but you're more liable to see a return, whatever that means, it can have different meanings to you. But you're more liable to see a return on YouTube than any other social media platform. It's kind of like, yeah, I can't explain it. I really can't explain it. I feel like if YouTube was owned by Meta, a lot of people would be fucked. Cause man, it's I don't care what you say. All these other platforms, again, Instagram, Facebook, there's another one that's owned by Meta. They really.
I may not have all the particulars in my memory, but the name does seem familiar.
I'll say this: you pretty much already have to have a platform or an audience, or be a celebrity, or be rich in order for those type of platforms to push you. YouTube, all you have to do is just be consistent, whether it's in your live streams, your videos, your shorts, whatever, and YouTube will push you. That's what I'm saying, man. I feel there's a huge bias on all these other platforms.
Alm has not found their way to the capital. It would behoove us to confirm their condition as well.
The faster we leave for the Radiant Playhouse, the sooner we'll know what's really going on with Delafos.
Oh, bro, so I'm medically retired. I'm a bum right now. I make passive income from my medical retirement from the military. I mean, I do go to school and all that other stuff, but my main source of income is my retirement. As of right now, I don't have to go to work because I don't. If I were to go to work, it'd be because I just want some extra spending money for some dumb shit. But I don't do anything. I get passive income from my retirement. PTSD, anxiety, depression, and don't even get me started on my physical ailments. But I was in the Army for 12 years, and then mentally and physically I couldn't keep up, so medically retired. I really did want to do the 20. My grandfather did 26 years, my father did 24. And they have somebody in their lineage that, you know, their grandson and son couldn't even give Uncle Sam 20. But that's another topic. I tried Twitch, but don't like how you can get past 14 streams in like 14 days. I tried Twitch, but like how you can keep past streams more than like 14 days. Wait, what? He said, I respect you. Hey man, nah, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'll tell y'all right now, if I had to medically retire, I wouldn't be streaming like this. Even when I was in the military on a good day, I would stream like maybe 1 or 2 hours daily, and that's not how you give yourself exposure. But I also will say this. When I got all my paperwork and I got out, I made up in my mind that I wanted to be a streamer. But with that being said, there was an ideal or a vision that I had, and then I got hit with reality as a streamer. Technically, I'm a streamer because I stream every day. But what they don't tell us are some of the things that I didn't know about streaming.
That's the stuff. Just feel that.
How do I explain it? And I'm not trying to discourage anybody who wants to be a streamer. And again, I can only speak my truth and only what works for me. But I feel like when it comes to Twitch and a little bit of Kick, they pick and choose who they push. The algorithm is fixed. The algorithm really isn't that fixed on YouTube, if that makes sense. On YouTube, it allows you to build your own community, and eventually you do get rewarded for your consistency. The same amount of time I've been streaming on YouTube is the same amount of time I've been streaming on these other platforms. And I only managed to get like 89 followers on Twitch and like 200 some followers on Kick. Mind you, on YouTube, I've been posting videos, shorts, live streams, and again, I feel like I've gotten more of a reward on YouTube than I did these other streaming platforms. I'm starting to make a little bit of a footprint on Rumble, but I feel like Rumble rewards IRL streamers. Because again, I get more engagement from my gym streams on Rumble than I do my game streams. But yeah, anyway, I said all that to say this, man. I appreciate y'all's support. Thank you for the respect. But yeah, man, Yeah. 1 second, y'all. I'm about to play an ad real quick. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm with the AP. Rainbow face might be alright, but it ain't okay. There we go. Just last year I made like 300 or more on YouTube. Not bad for a side thing overall. Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, So, Hills, let me ask you something. Do you feel like making partner was the easy part or the hard part? The reason why I ask, I thought making partner was the hard part. And this isn't to discredit anybody who don't have the subscribers, don't have the watch hours, don't have the engagement. Unfortunately, making partner is the easy part. You gotta maintain the views. You gotta up your subscribers. You gotta maintain the donations and income, because again, regardless of the cut that they take, if you don't make $100, like you brought to my attention, if you don't make $100, not only can you not cash out, but you could lose that money as well. That's why I'm like, man, that's crazy.
has been delayed indefinitely.
Hear that? Delphos and Cerulean. Just what we came here to see.
Not good. We've come a long way for a canceled performance.
There appears to be no appointed Arm of Light.
Yeah, so I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, Ash. And I think it just depends on shorts. It varies every other day. 1 minute I'm posting shorts and I get like maybe 10 to 100 views, and then 1 minute I'll get like 1,000 to 15. Depending on what I live stream, because I do live stream events. Like in May, I'm live streaming a jiu-jitsu comp and a powerlifting comp, if that makes sense. So my views on my live streams when I'm not live streaming actual events, they range between 20.
We cannot turn a blind eye to their plight.
No, I don't want to misspeak, because when I live streamed Final Fantasy X, I actually got 1,000 views on that. So I guess it just depends on what game, and you know. Oh yeah, of course. Thank you. I don't really like promote my. Well, Franco knows, and the other Ash knows about my service and everything. I don't really, because I'm so bitter about my retirement, I really don't talk about it, if that makes sense. Because I really did want to stay in, but also too, yeah. But yeah, man, I think. I knew, like I said, I knew when I got out I wanted to commit to streaming. But one thing I've learned as a streamer, there's a lot more to streaming than just playing video games, unfortunately. Again, apparently you got podcast style streaming. You got what I do, gym streaming. You got promotion streams where people promote their brands and their products. So a lot of people, and again, I don't want to say this to discourage anybody, but a lot of people don't even make partner, and they've been on YouTube like.
Amenable to an autograph.
Palomina?
I know some people right now that got 3,000-4,000 subscribers, and they still haven't made partner with YouTube yet.
Oh, that.
And I'll be honest, if I didn't leave Streamlabs and can fully convert over to OBS and stream, because when I was using Streamlabs, I was streaming, well, when I got out, when my first year, I was streaming. I got one stream on Streamlabs where I hit almost 11 hours, and I think maybe I got 10 views. And then, like, I haven't used OBS for 1 full year, and I've gotten more engagement, more of a return using OBS. If I make it as a big streamer, I plan on shitting on Streamlabs so bad. And again, I don't know whether to be mad at Streamlabs or the content creators that push Streamlabs. You got a lot more bigger content creators that push Streamlabs than they do OBS, and I feel like that's BS.
Forgive me. Oh, I need some fresh air.
Such a shame to have landed
Man, some people really just,
and then be faced with these difficulties. How can we help?
It sounds like this development is recent. Maybe it has something to do with the seal on the Benevodon of Light.
It might. Delphos has been going around messing with the Benevodons after all.
Here's an idea.
He said, bro, hey man, I appreciate it. Thank you. You a real one. I try to be myself, and I try to be as, I'm not going to say real, but as authentic as I can, man. At the end of the day, that's one thing I kind of learned about streaming. You know, you cannot fake who you are as a streamer, so. Yeah, thank you.
Pull it together, Val. You gotta head to the stage and see to that act.
But Ash, man, you should start streaming, bro. I'll show you support like you, well, and I'll show everybody support, but I'll show you support like you show me support, man.
Turn the production into a pantomime? That won't help if we can't recall the plot of the show. You're the troop leader. What now?
The lady lady they are referring to as the leader has been performing since her youth. I have seen a great many memorable masterpieces by her.
My, but you're the convoy of alms. Welcome. I am the leader of this troupe. I am also playing the lead in our production of De La Fosse and Cerulean. I think you are. Don't forget how important you are to the play. My head is spinning. I can't lead anyone when I can't remember what I'm supposed to do. I should quit acting.
You cannot. Do not cast away your career. Val, please, the Lumina Lantern.
Right. We think the power of light can help your town. Do you mind if we try something out?
Hold on! A thought just flashed through my head. I remember something about De La Fosse and Cerulean. Many years ago, war ravaged the place we know now as Arvid's pasture. Mortal was pitted against mortal in a seemingly endless struggle. That conflict that spanned generations was known as Arvid's War. This is the tale of the one who brought it to its end. Of course! That was the introduction! Which is all well and good, but I still cannot recall a thing myself. Oh, you must help us! Use your elemental vessel on the other actors and get them to remember their roles. I beg you!
Sure. Where can I find the performers?
They'll be spread out across the island practicing their parts. Find them quickly, please.
The Lumina Lantern sure came in handy. Hopefully it'll have the same effect on all the actors having it.
1 second, y'all. Yeah, but I'm going to your channel. I don't see anything.
Their parts.
How about this? Since we're friends on Instagram, can you send me your other YouTube channel and I'll go subscribe to it? Yeah, man, I'll show you support for real, for real.
Did I enter from stage right or left? Oh dear, this won't do at all.
Are you part of the acting troupe?
Why are you carrying around a lantern like that? What are you supposed to be? The ghost of Alms and Solgard's past?
I'll leave the role-playing to the professionals, but you should take a good look either way.
Well, I'll be. It's like the haze is cleared from my mind. You have all illuminated my way in the dark.
You're not just saying that, right? How can you be sure?
A fine thing to say. How about I spoil the middle of the play for you? Then will you believe me? De La Fosse and Cerulean, Act 2. De La Fosse gains mastery of the Mana Sword. De La Fosse and Cerulean begin a peaceful life together, away from the devastations of war. Until one day, an emissary of the Mana Goddess comes to De La Fosse, begging for his help to save the world from chaos. This fairy tells him of great Benevodon monsters brought about by the Mortals' War. Only one strong enough of both heart and body stands a chance against the fiends.
Thank you, thank you.
De La Fosse accepts the mission and receives the Sword of Mana. Miraculously, his injured arm is healed and his former strength restored.
Okay. De La Fosse takes the Mana Sword and goes off to slay the Benevodons. Got it.
Why am I still here prattling on to you? I have to find the troop leader and let her know I'm ready. Thanks, I guess. Bye.
You guess?
Accepting the goddess's request and her sword. He really was a hero back then.
Bitch, anyway.
The goddess's heroic... No, the goddess's own... Not that either. What is the line?
Mister, you look like you need some help.
Who goes there?
Nobody. Just some theater enthusiast. In fact, the troop leader asked us to ask you to look at this lantern.
The goddess's hero champion! Slayer of all 8 Benevodons! Oh, that's it! Put a load off my mind.
Well, lucky you. Think you're up to performing the part?
Well, I should rehearse once first before I go back. And stay and listen. Delafos and Cerulia. Act 3. Delafos' epic journey. At the behest of the Mana Goddess, Delafos traveled the world, sword in hand, subduing each and every Benevodon as it appeared in his path. The road was tough, but Delafos persevered. He single-handedly defeated all 8 mighty monsters, earning him a hero's welcome from the people he saved. Delafos was unstoppable for one reason and one alone. A promise made on Entwine Bridge Pass to his beloved Cerulia. Someday, I swear I will return to you.
Until that day, I swear I will wait for you.
He traveled the whole world subduing Benevodons alone? We've had a hard enough time in a group.
I'm saved. They can't recast me now, but I better practice some more before curtain call. You have my gratitude.
Doing your best to power through the hardships for the sake of a promise. Yeah, I know how that feels.
What was it again? I was Delafos' enemy, right? Or was it his ally?
He looks really torn up about forgetting his part. Get out the lantern already!
My, what a bewitching gleam you have there. It touches me deep within my soul.
The light will help you. Just keep looking at it, okay? That's it. Watch the lantern.
Eureka! I've got it! I finally remember some of what happens in Delafos and Cerulia.
It's all back? You're sure?
You would doubt a professional such as myself? Here's a rendition of my part from the beginning of the play. Delafos and Cerulia, Act 1. Enter General Delafos, fresh from the battlefield, worn down but still going strong. The warring factions had begun cutting down innocent farmers and their families. Delafos spots our heroine Cerulia as she attempts unsuccessfully to flee. Now, the general was a soldier the likes of which had never been...
Yeah, it does that. I think it's because I'm using Caster Labs as a multi-chat tool so I can see everybody's chat from all the platforms. It's not your fault if it's doing that.
The two managed to escape the battlefield and leave their past behind them. They are the only survivors of that bloody skirmish.
So Delafos saved Cerulia at the cost of his arm. I guess he couldn't fight anymore after that.
Huzzah! I should head backstage and let the troop leader know that I'm ready for my close-up. Thanks for saving my acting career.
We're lucky the Lumina lantern worked so fast.
There is a bright future for this fellowship of actors yet.
Now that we've gotten the hang of it, let's use the lantern on the troop leader one more time.
Agreed. back into the theater we go. We gotta get the troop leader to remember her part. She should be on stage. Time to bust out the Lumina Lantern one more time.
If it isn't the arms! Thank you for assisting our actors with their warm-ups.
Is everyone accounted for?
Well, there is one minor hiccup. Our troop leader is nowhere to be found. Can you help us search for her?
Oh, this is terrible! Horrifying!
What? Did something happen to our leader?
No, not her! Look at the sky! What is to become of us all?
Huh? Oh, no! What's going on?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Take cover here. We'll check it out.
I'll come with you. The show cannot go on without our troop leader. I have to find her.
Stick close to us and don't go looking for trouble.
No, not the sky. It was so pretty before.
Let's...
Wait a second. Ace? What are you doing here?
My investigations in Legrazzo have concluded. I did say that I would meet up with you when I was finished. Did I not? Please note that I do not bring glad tidings, however. I observed a peculiarly dense concentration of mana power flowing toward none other than the Temple of Wendell. The Temple of Wendell, as I'm sure you know, was once a sacred place of pilgrimage in the days of Fadiel. The elemental power of darkness, namely knowledge, and that of light, the thirst for truth, have always been intertwined. Two halves of the same whole, if you will. For those with knowledge are wont to seek the truth. In the distant past, those learned people sought solace in Wendell.
Informative lecture, but we have other things to worry about. Namely, if that mana power is what I think it is.
Yes, as Julie has undoubtedly inferred, the Benevodon of Light has been released from her seal.
Figures. Always trust your roots.
Benevodon of Light? Oh dear. We must find our leader as soon as possible.
Deilophos? I had not accounted for this.
This gentleman is merely playing the part of the protagonist in Deilophos and Cerulia. But his Cerulia counterpart is nowhere to be found.
I did notice someone wearing peculiarly theatrical clothing, wandering off in that direction earlier.
Oh dear. Where could she have been going?
We should go after her.
For a moment, I mistook that man for Deilophos himself. A brilliant costume, that.
Yeah, you got me too. It's a bit of a shock at first.
Oh shit.
Dear Deilophos, my heart is forever with you. I will wait for you always.
What did she say? I couldn't make it out. Maybe she's rehearsing?
Beloved Deilophos, champion of the goddess and hero to the people. Do not bother with me. I am fine.
She doesn't seem to know what she's doing.
We must keep a weather eye on her whereabouts.
Alright, y'all. I'm about to get to a save point in the if I can find a save point. Damn.
Yes. Got some syrup. Grizzly. Let's plan our next move.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm about to end the stream. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate y'all for showing up and showing support. Appreciate y'all. Peace.